You're listening to a Leisure Moment podcast with your host, Deetra Helvey, who's always ready to have a casual conversation about her love for literature.
Within 20 seconds, I knew that this casual conversation would be one that would take me down memory lane. Kindred spirits we must be, with so many things in common. This casual conversation with Tonya Kuper revealed her passion of science fiction and how it transformed into her debut novel, Anomaly. Enjoy! Hi, Tonya.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing great.
Oh, good. I'm so sorry that I'm like, wait, is it now or is it later? Oh my gosh, how did I not write down the time zone?
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. And I'm going to have to go ahead and warn you. I'm like in withdrawal mode. Hold on one second, Tonya. We're just adjusting the sound here. Okay. We're just going back to work after President's Day and then 2 days of ice and that snowy mixture. So we had a 2-hour delay today, and it's like withdrawals of being in my bed in pajamas and reading a book, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no. Whereabouts are you?
I am in South Carolina, the upper part of South Carolina, closer to the Greenville area, very close to Clemson University, USC. And so the weather here, you know, we're just really not used to getting icy weather. And so when we do get it, we're like out for days.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, you guys have just been hit big time.
Yes, and so we have another delay tomorrow for for inclement weather, you know. So hey, it's just been one of those weeks.
Oh my gosh, that stinks. I mean, it does, and it does. I mean, I know how you feel. But.
Yeah. And I think the last time you and I talked via email, I think it may have been around Christmas break. So you were at home with your little ones as well.
I was.
Okay.
I was. Yep. And we have had several snow days. Or actually, one of them wasn't even. Actually, two of them weren't even snow days. They're just. You know, if it's negative 20 wind chill, then we don't have school. And we've reached that several times. So it's, I'm just ready for winter to be over.
Yes, I would kind of like some warm weather. You know, and I'm not embarrassed to say this. I know the rest of my family are probably embarrassed about this, but, you know, I love a heated blanket. And, you know, Tonya, I like it kind of year round, kind of, sort of. And unfortunately, you know, when a heated blanket starts to kind of go in and out, it's probably time to throw it away because there's something wrong with the electrical mechanism.
Yes.
So I don't have a heated blanket right now, and we have gone to probably about 10 stores, and they're sold out. So I'm kind of also in a like withdrawal of having that heat.
Oh, I'm with you. I am so with you. I sleep with one every single night.
Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. I do too, so I'm not the only one.
No, I don't know what I do without it. I mean, it was like negative. I got down to like negative 30 wind chill with the wind last night. I can't handle it without it.
Right. I'm so jealous because it's like everybody else in the household wants it at a certain temperature, and I'm okay with that because I have my heated blanket. But anyway, I've been without it. You know what? We've already started with some connections here. I want to kind of move quickly into some things that I saw on your website. I was like, oh my goodness, there's some similarities. You have an education background. I have an education background. You started off with a love for, get this, the Pizza Hut bucket program.
Yes.
Are you a Pizza Hut? Do you still have the buttons?
Yes.
I still have my buttons. Now, I must say,
Oh my God.
Listen, I don't know where my buttons are. They're somewhere. I got a feeling they're in my mom's attic. But I have my buttons. They're somewhere. I have my buttons. And I also used it with my students when I was in the classroom. I mean, that program was the bomb.
It was. It really was. I mean, I credit that program for getting me reading. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That program to me, I mean, a lot of people use, is it not SRA, but not SRA. I'm trying to think of another program that is used within the school, Star Reading or Star something like that.
Yep. Star Reading.
But I'm sorry, the Book It program. Oh,
I know.
I loved it. Go get that free pizza.
I know, and now my kids are doing it. I think it's awesome. I'm just like, I get it. Yeah.
That is so awesome. And then
for that pizza.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. And then finally, when I saw this, I knew that we must be kindred spirits with Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, yes. Love it too.
I love it. And when I I actually have to say, I got hooked on the movies first and then read the books. Okay, good. I was like,
I had to watch them all.
Yes,
loved it.
Let me throw that out there that I started with the movies first, then the books. I love it. I love it. Do you watch Rain as well? Rain comes on CW.
Oh, yes. I only watched like the very first couple episodes just because my time is running low lately for TV shows, but the shows that I like to watch are all on CW. So, so I have watched a few of the episodes, and I think that and Arrow, I just need to start from the beginning.
Okay, well, you just need to, I guess, jump aboard the Netflix.
I think so.
Netflix gang, and that's how I got started as well. But I brought up Rain because with Megan Follows being in Rain, that's the only reason why I was watching it, because I kept thinking about her as Anne, and Anne of Green Gables.
Wait, she's in it?
She's the queen. Yes, she's the queen.
I did not know that.
It took me a minute. I kept saying to myself, why do I know her? And then when I saw the credits, I thought, that's Anne of Anne of Green Gables. So yes, okay, there's the plug for two of our favorite shows. Yes, Rain, Anne of Green Gables, and I'm also an Arrow fan. So there you go, Tonya.
Okay, I think you and I sometime we need to figure out how to have coffee or something. I think we'd have a lot to talk about.
I think so, but you know what? The purpose of this casual conversation is to talk about your debut novel, Anomaly, and I actually heard a lot of buzz. Of course, I'm involved with two blogs, The Leisure Moment and Once Upon a Twilight, and Lady with Once Upon a Twilight was just talking about your book and, wanted to definitely get the two of us connected so we could have this conversation. She just loved it. We have Mariah, who's getting ready to read your book as well. Her reading schedule's a little bit faster than mine. Some of our younger readers are like speed readers. I'm a little on the slower side.
You know what? I am too. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm right with you.
So she's diving right into your debut novel, but right off the bat, I mean, the cover, is it appropriate to say, just sparks? It just has a lot of electric going on here with the cover. So tell us a little bit about Anomaly.
Well, Anomaly is actually based on a quantum physics theory. Only I make everything totally layman's terms and understandable. So, I mean, someone with like no science background whatsoever is going to be able to understand. But what it is, it's based on Schrodinger's cat experiment, where you don't know if anything is real or not real, or if this cat inside this box is dead or alive until it's observed. And so I took that theory and I kind of twisted the science behind it. Mm-hmm. So now what I used as the basis for the entire book is there is an entire race of people amongst all humans that humans don't know about, and they are called oculi, which means eye. Okay. They are observers, and it's them controlling what is reality. Mm-hmm. So they are the ones, it's them, their observations that create the reality in our world. And regular humans, called Planks, after Max Planck, who is a physicist, and he came up with Planck's constant. A constant is boring and unchanging. Therefore, oculi called regular humans Planks. And so Josie, on her 17th birthday, it's always your 17th birthday where you kind of it's kind of a rite of passage, mm-hmm. and you end up with these abilities if you are an oculi. And the book opens with Josie getting dumped by her first real boyfriend on her 17th birthday. Her dad has been kind of MIA on a quote-unquote business trip, but she knows things are weird between her parents. Her older brother died when he was 17, and she's missing him. And an internship in physics fell through for the summer. So she's having a really crap day.
Right. It sounds like it.
Yeah. But lo and behold, two hotties on motorcycles roll up, and she's like, maybe the day's not so bad, just mm-hmm. kind of, appreciating the eye candy. And they're starting to walk up towards the school, and the guy stops in his tracks, looking straight at Josie, and he curses.
Wow.
He's son of a...
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, are you talking to me? And she's like looking around.
Right.
And she's the one who has the mass times acceleration be with you. May the mm-hmm. so may the force be with you. Mm-hmm. So she's a huge science dork. And she's like, why is he cursing at me? Does he know me? And later that night, she finds out from him at a party that, she's an oculi. And the night's weird. She makes things happen. He makes things happen. And she is introduced to this world that is set in contemporary times. So it's all in the here and now. It's just all the stuff going on right under human noses that we don't know about.
Well, and you mentioned on your website that it's like The Matrix meets Divergent, and it sounds like it. Just hearing your summary, and Josie and becoming an oculi. That's very original. Yeah. Never heard of oculi before. Yeah. Now, you did throw in, Tonya, you threw in a little bit of Star Wars there, and I think I read somewhere that you were kind of interested in Star Wars as well. So do you follow, I mean, I don't know, do you call someone who likes Star Wars a Trekkie, or maybe I'm off a little bit?
That would actually be just Star Trek.
Star Trek, okay.
Yes, but I'm also a Trekkie, so okay. I like everything sci-fi. I'm a huge sci-fi dork myself, so that's mm-hmm. the one part of me that I put in Josie. So I love Star Wars, Star Trek, Avengers, everything, all this pop culture stuff that's right. kind of, that not everyone knows about, but a lot of people know about. That's kind of what I'm into, and that's the one part of me that I put in Josie. And the part that I really like about Josie is she totally owns it. She mm-hmm. She's not apologetic. She's not shy about her love for all her sci-fi geekdom. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I personally am very much a Star Wars fan.
Well, I think too that with the cover, it truly speaks that she owns it. I mean, she's not wimpy on this cover. She's on a mission. She's looking you dead in the eye. You can tell she's got it going on here. She really does.
That's the way to put it. She does. She really does.
So I would say it's safe to say that your love for science fiction, you kind of knew when you were ready to begin your first novel that you were going in that genre?
Explain. No.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I've always loved sci-fi, and I didn't think I guess I never thought I could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
My first novel that nobody will ever read because it's in a drawer somewhere. It was actually paranormal romance or urban, fantasy, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote another novel. My second one is What Landed Me, My Agent, and that was a contemporary. So that was kind of Mean Girls meets Pretty in Pink.
Mm-hmm.
So so it was after that I finally had a little push from my agent, and I got into the sci-fi. So
pretty cool. And so you're with Entangled Teen has published your book. Cool. Okay. How was that process for you? Was it very quick, or did it kind of take some time?
Okay. Well, I have a very kind of original story, actually.
Well, please share.
My agent was shopping my contemporary book, my second novel that I wrote, and to a very short list of editors, just to kind of fill out the waters. Mm-hmm. And so the editor, my editor now, and the publisher of Entangled, Liz, she passed on that book because she said fashion wasn't really selling heavily right then. Mm-hmm. And it's based on some fashion. So, but she said, I really like this voice. Let me know if she has anything else. But then a few weeks later, she went to my agent and she said, do you have anyone who can write YA sci-fi with a great voice? And my agent, knowing I was a complete sci-fi, freak,
right,
a total fan,
mm-hmm.
said, I do. Do you remember the voice you liked?
Mm-hmm.
She can write sci-fi.
Cool.
And, so
it's
basically.
Worked out for you.
It did. So Liz said, all she said was, I would really like a sci-fi based on Schrodinger's cat experiment, dual POV. And that's all she said. She said, would you like to, give it a try? So I had a few days, less than a week, and I did tons and tons of reading on physics, on quantum physics, and I wrote the first, a synopsis, like 8 to 10 pages, and a blurb, and let's see, I think the first chapter. And based on that, she said, yeah, let's do it. And I got a 3-book deal.
That's awesome. And speaking of the first chapter, I noticed that you utilize Wattpad. So if readers want to go to Wattpad and read that first chapter immediately, they can do that. I think there's a deleted scene in there as well that you can check out. Do you find that a lot of authors are using Wattpad to also assist with getting the word out? And actually, Wattpad is fairly new for me.
It's new for me too. It's new for me too. But I was like, I just keep hearing, especially teen readers, talk mm-hmm. about Wattpad. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, what is this? So I got on there, and I'm like, oh, well, if they're just happen to be looking for some, YA sci-fi with romance, heck, I might as well just put the first chapter up there, and if they're interested, then, they already know that maybe they like the voice or mm-hmm. the premise or what have you, so it's a great place. And then for my fans now, I put up a deleted scene, which they very much appreciated, and I'm going to put up another deleted scene next month.
Oh,
and
cool.
then that's where I'll start putting up some teasers for book 2. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now you love music.
I do.
You love music. So do you listen to certain music when you're typing or writing your stories? Do you have, I know a lot of authors use playlists. Do you have a playlist? So for me personally, I'm not a playlist girl yet. I don't know. It just depends on what I'm reading before I'll, play either some classical or some kind of nature music or things of that nature. Do you have a playlist?
I do. I actually have, and I'm going to be adding it to my website soon. I have a playlist that I made kind of specifically for Josie. I have one for Read, and I have one just for the book in general. And then I actually have, I think, a total of maybe 6 or 7 playlists just for Anomaly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like some of them are faster tempo or like harder, like alt rock or rock that, I listen to while that kind of sets the mood for me while I'm like writing an action scene or something. So, I really very much use playlists, but also just, I'll use my, I'll just go to an artist or something and just,
Right.
If you have a certain feel or something, like I'll listen to Linkin Park when it's like, stuff's going down. I'll listen to, Linkin Park or something like that. Or, if it's an intimate scene, which there are a couple, then I need to listen to something else, maybe some Ellie Goulding or something like that. So, I think I definitely music.
And that's the next thing I'll try. The next thing that I think will be on my to-do list is to try to read a novel and follow an author's playlist and listen to the music at the same time and just kind of try it, because I really haven't tried it yet. So I definitely want to do that, because a lot of people, will do that. Or when we have blog tours, authors have these awesome playlists. So yes, I will have to put that on my to-do list as well. Well, tell us.
Yeah, you have to let me know how it goes.
I sure will. Now, what do you have in the horizon? I think you have book 2 that's on the way, or?
Yes, yeah, I do. It was supposed to come out in November, but it has been moved up, so it's coming out in October. I don't have an exact date yet. I was just told, I think a week or 2 ago, that it was moving up. So, sometime in October. And the teasers should start in, I think, probably May, maybe early June, for those. And we should have a cover relatively soon. So
Wonderful.
I'm getting pumped. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I know that you also have had some, and I'll make sure that I stay in the know as well through all of our social media pieces, that you kind of provide some times where your readers and followers can kind of get with you and chat. I think like through Google Plus and things of that nature. Do you do that often?
Yeah, I'm trying to. And some authors are talkers and some aren't. I'm a talker. I want to talk about anything and everything. Not just my book, but I want to know I want to know people's favorite characters on TV, or their book boyfriend, or what have you. So, I did a Google chat. I've done a couple interviews, so I now have a YouTube channel, which I never thought I of all people would have a YouTube channel, but I do. So those are up there. I'm hoping for another Google chat probably next month, because I'm getting ready to do some more traveling. I really like talking to readers and trying to see their reactions and everything else. And then a lot of them, I find I have a lot of stuff in common with them. So it's really fun. I've met some fantastic people, bloggers and fans who are friends now, who I consider friends. It's been really awesome.
Well, I mean, just think about the first 15 seconds of our casual conversation. Hello, we made so many different things. What about 5 things?
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, you could be my best friend forever.
Exactly.
So, do you drink coffee?
Oh my goodness.
This date should happen.
Did you just ask me if I drink coffee? Oh my goodness. That's a whole nother story because yes, I drink coffee.
Oh, good. Okay, so we can definitely be friends.
And I drink coffee like 24 hours a day and can still go to sleep just fine. So yes. I'm one of those.
Okay, that's awesome.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I find your link for YouTube because we'll make sure that we post that for our listeners and readers to catch you on YouTube. We've kind of started dabbling with YouTube as well. You know, there are so many such an audience to be able to capture through the YouTube spectrum. So we want to try to pick up on that. So we'll be sure to put all of your links in there as well, and the Wattpad, so everybody can check out that first chapter as well. Yeah. And you know what? It has been so awesome talking to you. I think we're going to have another chat when book 2 comes out.
I would love that. Let's do it.
Yes, we will have to catch up again. Well, thank you so much, Tonya, for joining us for this casual conversation.
Oh, thank you. I so appreciate it. I had a blast.
Wonderful. Well, you have a good evening.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, let us know on iTunes by giving us a great review. We want to thank all our listeners again. Check us out at aleisuremoment.com. Like us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good one.